So in the set activity, we are setting the value to the variables. That's it. So you can see you have to declare the variable under the variables, and in the set activity, you can able to set the value. For sample, we are setting the value hello all. It is like a hard coding value we are doing it. What is the other way to operate it? Now I am going to set a parameter value to here. What is the parameter? Parameter is nothing but an input to the pipeline. The parameters are declared in the platform level. You see that the parameters are here. I declare the parameter name is parameter input 1. Now whatever the value I am giving at the parameter, that is going to be assigned to the variable result. Okay, how we will do that? Set variable here. So just in the settings, variable name is result, value is empty. Here you can see add dynamic content. So whatever you hard coded, that is a static content. This dynamic content means programmatically whatever the values are available, that dynamically it will assign to the variable. Now let's see an example. So I click on this dynamic variable, there is another menu item is coming up here. Underneath to that, parameter, system variables, functions and normal variables. All these options are coming up. Please analyze. Parameters means whatever the parameters I declare. That is a crystal clear, you can able to easily do that. If I click on this, it is coming here. Let's see the other options. System variables. What is the factory name? What is the pipeline name? What is the pipeline group ID? Like that, there are many other properties are there. These properties also you can able to assign it to your variable. It is used for some other use cases. We'll come back and see that. The next one is function. If you want to add two numbers, or you want to multiply numbers, or you do any max function of function related operation, all the functions are available here. Okay. Then last one is variable. You can able to assign the value of one variable to the other variable. All these things you can. So in the set activity, you can able to use these functionalities and you can set the value. Very simple. So now what I did, I set the parameter value here. I click on parameter. You see that a symbol is used to call the pipeline parameters.input. If I give this value will be get assigned to this variable. I'll click on OK here, done. You see that? So dynamic function came in at pipeline, open the bracket and close, parameters and input name. So whatever the input I am passing, that is going to be reflected in the set variable. Is that clear now? Can we run this code? Okay. So first value from parameter to variable result. Just I click this value. So you can type anything here. So you can able to click on this. Yeah, so this pipeline is started functioning now. So soon you will get the monitoring window. So please wait. So you can see the monitoring window here. So this execution is happening. This is the pipeline ID here. And so this is the monitoring it is happening. This copy activity is inactive. So it is not going to do anything. Set activity is going to execute. So here set activity, what is the input we are passing? First variable from parameter to result. Some value I am sending into result. Now after this pipeline is executed, you see that the result is having the value of whatever the value we inputted. So all these values are appearing. Okay. So I get the value from the input and I pass the value to a variable. Is that clear now? Yeah. So we are telling that this we could able to form the pipeline. Here the activities are individual, right? Yes or no? So it is not connected. How to connect that? I'm going to explain what is dynamic functions. For that I am going to use another set activity. But this set activity I am going to connect one by one. So how I am going to do this? As of now, so the set variable 1 is there. Now I am going to introduce another set variable. What you can do is another set activity. What I can do is I search here set and I can able to drag and drop. This is one way to do it. The other one is, so what you can do is, you can able to clone this. You see this, I click on this, there is a clone option. So the clone option will give you another thing. So clone, what it will do, whatever the setup you already done, that setup will be come back again. So now I am going to use another variable to show how the dynamic functions can be used. Okay, what I will do is, I'll go back here, go to the platform, I can click on the variable. I'm going to introduce another variable here. So click on variable, I'll say dynamic result. I'll say that dynamic result. Yeah, so it's fine now. Now what I will do is, after the set result is completed, then I need to start this activity. Okay, so let's set the basic properties. Here it is saying set result copy, that is not looking very nice. I'll say that set or assign dynamic variable. Okay. I am exiting the little bit. Okay. I pass this. Okay. So this value is reflecting here. It is easy to understand. So activity set variable. What I am doing is assign dynamic value. That's what we are doing. So here, this is a general setup. After that settings, I will go here. I'll go and click on this result. I'll say dynamic result here. Instead of taking input from the parameter, what I will do is, I'm going to take the value from the functions. In the functions, I'm going to say UTC now. Okay. If I give this, so the current date and time will be taken from the function and that value will be assigned. If you want to add two numbers or something, that also functions are there. We will see one by one. But as of now, simply I will take the UTC time now. That value, I am going to pass it to the variable. So I will click on OK here. Done. Okay. Everything is set now. But what is missing here? I said after the set variable, set result function, assign dynamic value function need to work. So I am going to connect this two. So how I am going to do it? See this here. There are three symbols are there. This is on success. Once this activity is success, then I can drag and drop and I can able to put this here. So these lines are connected now. What it will do after completion of this one, this will work. The next symbol you see that on fail. If it is get failed, then I can able to introduce some other activity. In case of this is fails, then it will work. The final one is on success, on completion. Either pass or fail. Okay, other activity will work. This is equivalent like try catch finally block. Finally block, what it will do? Either your function is pass or fail, finally block will work. In the same way, if you see that on completion, it will never mind about your activity. Once this activity is completed, then finally block will work. Yeah. So I have made a pipeline here, simple pipeline. I'm going to debug again. I'm going to pass the value here. Some value I passed. So I'm clicking on this. OK. Now the monitor is going to appear. Yeah. So set activity is, so okay, set activity is done. Copy data, I invalidate, it is not working, but it is considered. So after the set result, so dynamic value is working on, both are succeeded. Let's see the value, what is the input. So we are passing this input here. This is the UTC time now. So based on the universal time, so this is the time now. And so it is set to the variable dynamic result. Is that clear? So this is how you can able to use dynamic functions in the set activity. Is that clear?